Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So my name is Pramod Thorat and this is another video for how to pass CompTIA exam series. So let's go to the module 11 OSI model, network devices and network standard. So this is module 11 OSI model, network devices and network standards. So objectives for this model is differentiate between layers of the OSI model, compare network devices, compare network standards, compare and contrast internet connection types and features, and evaluate TCPIP utilities. So what is the OSI model? So the OSI model is open system interconnections. This is a reference model, industry standard framework. This is the breaks the network process into 7 manageable layers defined by the ISO International Standardization Organizations, used universally for teaching and understanding network functionality, achieve greater compatibility and interoperability. Follow for designing, building, upgrading and troubleshooting. So what is the reason for using the OSI models? So divide the aspects of network operation into less complex elements, standardizes the interfaces and enables engineering to specialize design development efforts on specific functions, facilitates modular engineering and prevent changes in one area from affecting the areas, ensures interoperability and allows network designers to choose the right networking devices, accelerates evaluation and helps testing and troubleshooting the network. So these are the 7 layers of the OSI model. First one is the physical, second one is the data link, third one is the network, fourth one is the transport layer, fifth one is the session layer, sixth one is the presentation layer, and seventh one is the application layer. So always in the same order, layer 1 on the bottom, this is the physical layer. Layer only communicate with the layer direct above or below it. All traffic must enter and exit through layer 1. So let's go to the next slide. So let's see in this slide, we can see the physical layer, layer 1. So the keyword for this physical layer is bits or media, converts information into bits, uses twisted pair, fiber optic, coaxial or wireless, provides the electrical, mechanical, procedural and functional means for activating and maintaining whatever physical link exists between hosts. Repeaters, hubs and transceivers belongs to the physical layer's common troubleshooting layer. So in this slide we can see the layer 2 data link layer. So keywords of the data link layer is MAC and LLC, speed of transmissions, flow control, error identification, physical topology, bridges and switches, media access control, MAC address or physical address, written in hexadecimal. So let's move to the next layer. The next layer is a network layer, layer 3. So keyword of this layer is IP, Internet Protocol, deals with high-level addressing schemes, IP and path determination, logical topology, indicates to which network and subnetwork a computer belongs. Routers belongs to this layer. So let's move to the next layer. The next layer is a transport layer, layer 4. The keyword of this layer is reliability, responsible for segmenting data, regulates the flow of information, responsible for delivery of data between two hosts, TCP and UDP, sequence numbers, acknowledgements and windowing. So let's move to the next layer. The next layer is the session layer, layer 5. So keyword of the session layer is a communication, establishes, maintains and manages conversations called sessions, dialogue control, provides services to the presentation layer. So let's move to the next layer. The next layer is a presentation layer, layer 6. The keyword of this layer is syntax, facilitates communication between applications on diverse computer systems to occur in such a way that it is transparent to the applications. Data formatting is encryption, decryption, compression, decompressions and syntax. So let's move to the last layer. This is the application layer, layer 7. The keyword of the layer is www, closest to the end user, does not provide services to any other layer, provides services to the applications used by the end users like Telnet, FTP, HTTP, work processing programs, spreadsheet programs and email. So let's move to the next slides. So what is the encapsulations? The encapsulation is the process of placing one message format into another format so that the message can be delivered. Receive headers, footers, and other informations. There are 5 T's process in encapsulation. First one is a data, second one is a segment, third one is a packets, fourth one is a frame, and fifth one is a bits. As you can see in the picture, in physical layers, the step is a bit, data link is a frame, network is a packet, transport is a segment, and session, presentation, applications, the process is data. So let's move to the next slide. So in this slide, we can see the what is the networking devices. So the communication parameters, the serial ports commonly used to communication with routers and switch during their configurations. As you can see in the picture, there are options available in the port settings. So bits per second is 9600 bit rate, data bits is 8, parity is none, stop bits 1, and no phone flow control is none. So layer 1 is a networking devices. In layer 1 is a repeater, hub, modem, transmitters, provide no security options. And the network interface card is belongs to layer 2, so plugs into a motherboard, provides ports for the network cable connections, computers interface with LAN, considerations, the type of network, the type of media, the type of system bus. It is common to find a network connection to USB. As you can see in the left side the picture, this is the network interface card. So let's move to the next slide. So the next slide you can see the bridges and switches are belongs to the layer 2. The make intelligent decisions, bridge, switch multiple port bridge, vital part of today's LANs, stop collisions. Main functions of these bridges and switches are make intelligent decisions based on a computer MAC address. Layer 2 used to connect network segments, break collision domains, interconnect switches to high speed backbone. So let's move to the next slide. So in this slide we can see the layer 3, the routers are belongs to the layer 3, slower than bridges and switches, make smart decisions, how to route or send packets, interconnect networks, block broadcast, path determinations, commonly perform DHCP and NAT services. So let's move to the next slide. So in this slide we can see the firewalls are belongs to the layer 4. So this is the software hardware, protects networks, block incoming packets, makes intelligent decisions based on port numbers and the protocol. So let's move to the next slide. So in this slide we can see the networking standards. So networking standards in IEEE 802 standards are, first one is 802.1 high level interface, 802.2 is the logical link control, 802.3 the CSMA/CD Ethernet, 802.4 is a token bus, 802.5 is a token ring, 802.6 is MANs, 802.7 is a broadband LANs, 802.8 is a fiber optic LANs, 802.9 is the integrated data and voice networks, 802.10 security, 802.11 wireless networks. So what is the Ethernet? So Ethernet is the most popular type of LAN architectures based on the IEEE 802.2 standards, that is carrier sends multiple access with collision detection, CSMA/CD. So used by Ethernet is a wired, wireless or satellites directly connected one NIC card to the other with a crossover cable. So what is the Ethernet networking? So advantages of the Ethernet networking is a fastest home networking technology, inexpensive, reliable, easy to maintain, scalable, technical support. And the disadvantage of this Ethernet networking is additional equipment needed, expensive to run, setup and configuration can be difficult, technical jargon. So let's move to the next slide. So Ethernet variations and distinguishes by the speeds. You can see on the screen the 10 Mbps Ethernet, 100 Mbps Ethernet or fast Ethernet, 1000 Mbps or gigabit Ethernet, 10 gigabit Ethernet, 40 GB Ethernet. So in this slide we can see the connection types. So first one is the dial-up connections. So uses the public switch telephone network, PSTN or plain old telephone system, that is called POTS. Establish connection to an internet service provider ISP via telephone lines. Uses modems to encode and decode packets. Maximum transfer speed of 56 kilobytes per second. Second one is a broadband. This is a described type of data transmission in which a single medium, fiber or copper wire, can carry several channels at one. As you can see on the picture, there are data transmissions, voice transmissions and video transmissions. Third one is a DSL. So DSL is a broadband connections, brings data over the telephone line and always on technology. Cabling may be copper or fiber. Modems reads and splits out Data signal must use splitters on each telephone to separate out the voice signal. May use either asymmetric SDL or symmetric SDSL. This is the cable. So cable is a broadband connections, uses cable television infrastructure, fastest connection speed available, requires a cable modem at the customer premises connected via coaxial cable. Shared technology, download speeds are generally twice as fast as upload speeds, uses F connectors and RJ6 cable. So let's move to the next slide. So satellites provides through geostationary satellites, relies on four primary components. First one is a satellite in geosynchronous orbit. Second one is a number of ground stationary gateways that relays the internet signal to and from the satellite via microwaves. See a dish antenna located at the subscriber's home or business. And fourth one is a modem at the user end that translates the signal. So let's move to the next slide. So this slide you can see the ISDN, Integrated Service Digital Network. So digital service over existing telephone wire, advanced telephone service, WAN technology, solves low bandwidth problems, faster than phone, slower than DSL, and this is the expensive type of network. So let's move to the next slide. This is the cellular. So also known as a mobile broadband. Trathering supports voice, data and video devices include PC cards, mobile broadband modems, portable devices with built-in support for mobile broadband. Internet access subscriptions are usually sold separately. So let's move to the next slide. So in this slide we can check the TCPIP protocols and their utility. So what is the TCPIP protocol suite? As you can see on the TCPIP network, this is a collection of protocols used to exchange information on the internet, works at layer 3, 4 and 6 as you can see on the picture. So let's move to the next slide. So what is the TCPIP utilities? So this is the ping command. This is a command line utility, works by sending an ISMP echo request, receiving computer then sends back an ISMP echo reply message. Second one is a tracer command line utility, displays a packet route. Third one is address resolution protocol, ARP, map internet protocol IP addresses to physical hardware MAC addresses, the ARP cache. So this is the command in the CMD as you can see on the picture. This is the ARP space -A ARP -T as you can see on the result on the screen. So reverse address buffer protocol RARP used to obtain IP addresses informations based on the physical or MAC address. So let's move to the next slide. So display is in different utilities depending on the operating system. So IP configuration uses Windows NT 2000, XP 7 and 8 and command line. Also the Vini PCFG uses Windows 95, 98 and 2000 graphical interface. And the IP config is a Unix and Linux in the command line. Config is a NetWare server console. So let's move to the next. So this model has been completed. So summary for this model is, in this model we discuss the OSI model, its layers and functions, encapsulation process, networking devices and their layers, Ethernet networking standards, type of connections and their uses, TCP/IP protocols and utilities. So you have completed this model. So study hard, good luck and thanks for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to subscribe this channel to see more video like this. I will upload next model shortly. Thanks for watching. Thank you.